Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're taking a look at write and solve linear equations. Okay, so we're going to talk about some important stuff, specifically standard form, slope-intercept form, okay, and so on. Okay, so most important thing probably today is that you guys are cool with the fact that the b is the y-intercept, okay, and then your slope is m. I think most of you know that already, and we're going to talk about that in better detail as we go on. Rewrite the following equation so that y is a function of x. Alright, when you see something written like this, that just means get y by itself. Okay? So over here, alright, I have an equation. There's my equal sign. I want to subtract 1 from both sides. 7y equals 5x minus 3. Okay? But you want to get y by itself, so if you can divide everything by 7, okay, you end up getting y equals 5 over 7x minus 3 over 7. Okay, why is that so helpful? Well, we have a graphing calculator that allows you to graph, but you have to be able to get y by itself in order to do so. So it's okay to have fractions, don't panic. You do want to leave them as fractions, okay? Don't start putting decimals down. Over here, you can distribute both these in, okay? So we get 3x minus 6y equals negative 12x minus 24y. Good. I want all the y's on one side. I'm also a super positive guy, so I want to try to keep y positive. I'm going to add 24y here. Okay. That will give me 18y on the left. Alright. And then I want to get all the x's on one side, so I can subtract 3x. So we get 18y equals negative 15x. Be careful with your signs. Divide by 18, y equals negative 15 over 18x, which I can reduce that down to be negative 5 over 6x. Okay, so definitely a little bit trickier. Take your time, some of your steps, you're in good shape. Okay, solve the following equation. Remember to simplify first when possible. Okay, so a lot of these, I'm going to try and go through as many as I can for the time we got, right? But, yeah, here we go. Negative sign out front. You can distribute in 9 minus x minus 3 equals 19. When you're solving equations, you're getting x by itself. 9 minus 3 is on the same side, so that would give me 6. Okay. I can subtract 6 over. Negative x equals 13. Please be careful, you're not done yet. You have to divide both sides by negative 1 because you don't want a negative x, you want a positive x. Boom. Okay. Over here, x divided by 3 equals 1/6. You can do this one of two different ways. If you have a fraction equals a fraction, you can actually cross multiply. Okay. So like so. Let's see, x times 6 would be 6x. 1 times 3 is 3. Divide both sides by 6. 3 over 6, which reduces down to 1/2. Very nice. Alright, we can distribute the 4 in. Okay, so 8a plus, be careful with your signs, I almost fell for it, 20a plus 8 equals 12a. Alright, 8a and 20a are on the same side, so that's 28a plus 8 equals 12a. I'm going to subtract 12a over here. Please be careful. This is a common mistake most kids make. That'll give you 16a plus 8 equals 0. Don't forget to keep the 0 there. I'm going to subtract 8 over, so 16a equals negative 8. Divide negative 8 over 16, which reduces down to negative 1/2. Sorry, that's so tiny. Little boxes. Number 6. X divided by negative 4. The opposite of dividing by negative 4 is to multiply by negative 4. So x equals negative 20. Done. Alright, because if you times negative 4 at the bottom by negative 4, it cancels out. You're in good shape. Alright, we can distribute in. Oh no, we need an update. I haven't done that ever. Multiply the 4 in. Okay. 4x minus 4 plus 3x equals 17. Same side, 4x and 3x is 7x. Add 4 to both sides. 7x equals 21. And then if I divide, x equals 3. Okay, over here, last one, negative 3/4 is in front of the a. I can multiply both sides by negative 4/3. Okay, because that's going to cancel this out. Let's see, negative 15 divided by negative 3 is positive 5. Positive 5 times 4 is 20, so a equals a positive 20. Okay, feel free to use a calculator. I'm just kind of busting these out mentally. Okay, use the following tables to write a linear equation for each table if possible. Input, output, x, y. What this is saying here is that you have all of these points. Okay, this isn't really that important. I just want to kind of show you guys in case anybody's a little confused. If you want to write, okay, a linear equation, you need two things. You need slope, you need y-intercept. Slope is this formula. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. It does not matter which points up here you pick. Alright, I'm going to pick the first two just because they happen to be written there. So if I do 7 minus negative 5 divided by negative 3 minus 1, that will give me 12 divided by negative 4, which is negative 3. Now, this is your slope-intercept form, mx plus b. This is super important. You just found m. You want b. You have all of these x, y's up here. You could pick any of them you want. I'm going to pick this one because it's super easy. Negative 2 goes in for y, because again, this is just an x and a y, equals my m is negative 3, my x is 0, right? Negative 3 times 0 is 0, b equals negative 2. Once you have your m, once you have your b, you are golden, because now all I need is y equals negative 3x minus 2. We just made a generic equation. This is very, very, very important, okay? You guys should have learned this before. We need practice with this, all right? But it will really come into play a good bit. If you feel confident about this, you're in really great shape, okay? All right, let's flip to our back side. A few more little ones here, that will be all good. Okay, a rectangle has a width, a rectangle has a width of 7 feet and an area of 35 square feet. What's its length? Area equals length times width. Read the directions. The width is 7, so I put a 7 in for W. The area is 35. Put a 35 in for A. You want to find the length. Okay, if I take my time, read the directions, you're in good shape. Divide both sides by 7. L equals 5 feet. Don't forget units. Okay. The simple interest I of an investment of P dollars at interest rate R for T years is given by the formula I equals PRT. Solve the formula for R. So I equals PRT. You want R by itself. Notice how it's P times R times T. Divide both sides by PT. So we get R equals capital I divided by PT. This is super scary. I get that. But every letter is its own thing. Treat it as such, and you'll be in good shape. The reason we did that, because down here it says, find the interest rate R for an investment of $1,500, okay, that earned $54 in simple interest in 1 year. So this is your investment, this is your interest, and that is your time. R equals, my I is 54, okay, 1,500 times my T is 1, okay. Having a calculator is helpful. Alright, so what we can do is we can do 54 divided by, always put parentheses around it, 1,500 times 1, 0.036. Did I really put T there? It's supposed to be a 1. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. So 0.036. So that is a 3.6%. I would give both if I were you. It makes you look like you know exactly what you're doing. Okay. Alright, last two here. Health Club has 2 payment plans. Alright, you can become a member by paying $10 annual member fee and use the gym for $5 per visit. Or you can use the gym for a non-member for $7 per visit. Compare the cost of the 2 plans. When does it become more beneficial to become a member? So you can pay $10 fee. And every time you visit, it's $5 extra. I'm going to call X number of visits. Okay? Or you could just pay $7 a visit every time. So you want to know when it's better to become a non-member, or sorry, when it's better to become a member. So if I subtract 5x from both sides, 10 equals 2x. Divide, x equals 5. So at 5 visits, it's the same. Okay, that's a terrible visit. I'm so sorry. Oof, that's really bad. Okay, so after 5 visits, it's better. I think we talked about this before in class. If you put down 6 there, you're wonderful. Okay, as long as you make it down, it's after 5. Don't say 5 visits. Make sure it's after 5. Okay. Last one then. Your internet service provider charges $4.95 per month for the first 3 hours of service, plus $2.50 for each additional hour. Your total charges last month were $21.83. Create an equation that represents the situation. Okay, so no matter what, it says assume you already had 3 hours. It's $4.95 for the first 3 hours, plus $2.50 for each additional hour. Okay, H equals additional hour. All right, and your total charges were $21.83. Cool. What is your variable percent? Oops, I was thinking ahead, my bad. Additional hour. You can call it H, you can call it X, you can call it whatever you want. Solve for the variable from above and interpret your results. Okay, so if I want to solve this, I can subtract $4.95 from both sides. Okay, so here I'm grabbing a calculator. All right, I'm doing $21.83 minus $4.95. $16.88. So 250H equals 16.88. Okay. Divide both sides by 250. So 16.88 divided by 2.5, 6.752. Okay, so H equals 6.752. Okay. Now, what that just means is this is how much the guy worked for. Okay, so this is how many hours past 3 hours the provider worked for. Okay, so that's about it. So he worked 3/4 of an hour, which kind of makes sense because normally they charge 15 minutes on the hour. So, guys, thank you for all your hard work. Okay, hopefully this makes a little bit of sense. Please feel free to ask questions. Okay, you may now take a look over here and try out some of these homework problems. Okay, as always, keep up the good work and good luck. We're all counting on you.